Hello everyone, welcome. The RMS Queen Mary was the first museum ship to have an amateur radio room and is one of the few to have a wireless room operating daily. Before there was online chatting, there was amateur radio. And when you say it dates back, this was the radio room for the Queen Mary?
The radio room was down off the area when you got off the elevator and came in. That concessionary on one of the tunnels, one of the aisles down there, that's where the radio room was.
It's great in here. And once again, you said that this dates back to when the Queen Mary arrived in Long Beach?
Yeah, just after that, we started this station, and it's been run by the local ARALB is the trustee, and one of our members started this, but you don't have to be in the radio club to be an operator here.
And how long have you been a part of the
since
club?
About 84.
84. And you talk to everyone around the world?
Yeah, depending on how propagation is, you can talk to any place in the world, depending on the sun and the time of day.
And the call letters here are?
Whiskey 6 Romeo Oscar, W6 RO.
That's great. And your name?
I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob. Jamie here, exploring your radio room on the Queen Mary. It's so vintage.
It is. Fortunately, the radios that we're on the air with are fairly modern.
And do you have a lot of radio operators that contact you, the Queen Mary?
Yeah.
And what is like the most busiest times? I mean, you know, what is it?
Well, there are contests right now. There's parks on the air, and right now I'm on 20 meters, and it's pretty active. We support a lot of special events like parks on the air and ships to sea and stuff like that. But there's no any one time that's busy, because if the sun and the ionosphere is not doing well, you don't do well.
Oh, okay.
We use over the air. We're not even doing internet. We're over the air, and you have to have certain ion layers for radio waves to go around the world.
And how long is during the day you're open from? What are your hours, Bob?
We have 9 to noon, 1 to 5, and on some occasions we go 7 to 9 or 10 at night. Generally, we're not here at night except for special occasions.
Are you allowed to come in and participate and
They can come in anytime, but most of the members have an assigned day that they come. There are about 60 active members that come in to make sure this is covered. And David and I are the managers of the station, but David and I both have one active day a month where we're operators. Other than that, we're doing the grunt work.
In my neighborhood, once upon a time, there was always that neighbor that had that gigantic antenna. And the nice thing about it is he didn't affect, you turn the TV on and,
No.
and it messed everything up. I mean, but he had the big antenna, though, to go to the moon, it seemed.
Yeah. Well, the more money you have, the more expensive the stuff going gets. And some guys here have towers that are 100 or 200 feet tall, giant antennas on them. But we just have right now two active antennas. Our beam antenna, which is a good antenna, we're replacing it right now. So.
And where is that antenna located on the ship?
Well, up above, between the smokestacks, there's a Wyndham antenna, and over here there's a vertical antenna, and normally we have a beam antenna.
Well, it's really neat to come in and visit with you, Bob. I know it was closed. It must have been difficult during that time.
Oh, yeah. One of the things we're going to do now is we're going to start remoting the radios, so if anything like that happens again, we can run the station from off-site as a portable.
Oh, that's great.
See, right now, during the COVID, we couldn't get the ship shut down.
Right.
Two of us, David and I, were allowed to come on the ship to check the stuff out, typically once a month. But other than that, no one got on the ship. But now we learned our lesson. We're going to remote some of these. With the internet, you can do it. This is on the internet. We used to have paper logs where we logged all of our call signs. Well, now we use an electronic system to log all of our calls. So it makes it easier for us to account for who did what. At one time we had like 60, 70 pages of log. And somebody said, I called you last Tuesday, and you had to go down and find the last Tuesday. But now we do it electrically.
Bob, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing. It must be fun, Bob, to come up here and spend the day.
Yes.
It must be a lot of fun.
My wife and I got married here on the Queen Mary.
You did?
In '82 by Captain Gregory. So I've been here a long time.
You have some history. Yeah. 1982.
And for what it's worth, my aunt and uncle came over on the Queen Mary when it was the Grey Ghost in World War II.
Well, thank you for sharing that. You have some family history here on the Queen Mary. Bob, pleasure to meet you.
Good. You're always welcome.
Thank you very much.